For generations, Urdan Hold had served as a bastion of defiance against the encroaching Necron hordes. Today, that defiance would be tested like never before. A colossal Necron army, led by the relentless overlord Zarak, marched towards the URSR stronghold, a tide of soulless metal intent on claiming the territory. Hold the line, kin. Remember, for every bolt we spend, a Necron falls. For every drop of sweat, a piece of their cold metal bites the dust. Bjorn screams. A young URSR kin, Eric, tightens his grip on his laser rifle, his eyes wide with nervous energy. Commander Bjorn, are we enough? They just keep coming, said Eric. Bjorn claps Eric on the shoulder, his voice gruff but reassuring. Enough? Aye, lad. We're more than enough. We're URSR, kindred and comrades all the same. We fight for our home, our families, the ones that wait for us, and the ones who left us already, in our holds, for our league, for every breath in our lungs. This is it. These Necrons, they fight for nothing, just the cold logic of their programming. They come as a machine comes, soulless and hull. We fight with a fire in our hearts, lad. That's all the difference you need. Attention all kin hosts deployed in the X-1B battle zone. The enemy reaches the outer wall. Hold fast. Remember, their numbers are vast, but their tactics are predictable. We fight as one. That was the voice of Magni, High Master of the kin hosts, deployed here. The battle raged for solar hours. The air crackled with energy and the traces of plasma weapons. The stench of burning metal filled the air. Mountains of Necron metal husks piled up at the foot of the walls, testaments to the URSR's unwavering defense. Yet for every Necron that fell, another took its place. Commander Bjorn, can't hold on much longer, said Eric. Suddenly the earth trembles with a new kind of tremor. A monstrous Necron pylon emerges from the battlefield, a crackling beam of energy erupting from its maw, melting sections of the Urdan Hold wall. Hope flickered in the URSR ranks. The pylon, or something that looked like a pylon at least, a devastating weapon of unimaginable power for the looks of it, could turn the tide of the battle in seconds. All available firepower. Converge all attack vectors on the enemy superweapon. Focus on the pylon. We can't let that thing fire again. Magni ordered on the communications relay. Bjorn and Eric, along with other kin, target the pylon with their remaining ammunition. The air vibrates with the combined roar of their weapons. Suddenly, a lucky shot from Eric connects, sparking a chain reaction within the pylon. The pylon explodes in a blinding flash. The Necron ranks falter for the first time. Something was spreading amongst their metallic ranks, seemed to have lost direction somehow. There! An opening, lads! We can break them! Push forward, all mobile combat units on the attack. All forward, stationary firing position, extend range. For our kin! For Urani-Surtr! Magni screamed. A surge of renewed vigor courses through the URSR defenders. They surge over the ramparts, charging into the faltering Necron forces. Bjorn leads the charge, his cybernetic eye glowing with a fierce intensity. Eric, emboldened by his earlier contribution, fights with newfound confidence, his laser rifle. The battle becomes a desperate struggle. URSR kin grapple with Necron warriors, energy hammers ringing against Gauss weaponry. Bjorn throws himself into the fray, shattering a Necron warrior with a single blow of his hammer. He spots the Necron commander, a towering figure amidst the metallic horde. Over there, kin! Their leader! Take him down, Magni! I found the control element. Focus fire on my position. Bjorn screams on comms. A hail of laser fire erupts towards the large Necron, but its energy shields repel the shots. The Overlord raises his staff, unleashing a wave of green energy that cuts down several URSR kin. We can't reach him, says Eric. Gotta draw him out, lad. He's too dangerous back there. You see that ventilation shaft on the pylon wreckage? Use it to flank him. Just be careful, said Bjorn. Eric hesitates, fear gnawing at him again. but he sees the determination in Bjorn's eye, the unwavering spirit that defines the URSR. With a deep breath, he sprints towards the wreckage, dodging Necron warriors and laser blasts. Eric navigated the twisted metal, adrenaline pumping through his veins. Reaching the ventilation shaft, he clambered inside, the cramped space barely accommodating his armored bulk. The stench of burnt metal and cooling Necron husks filled his nostrils. He emerged on the other side, finding himself behind the main Necron force, directly in the path of the Necron Overlord.
"Hey, tin can piece of trash over here!"
Eric yelled. Zarek turns, his glowing eyes fixing on Eric. A cold, emotionless voice emanates from his metallic form. An insignificant organic rot bag dares to interrupt the harvest. You shall be cleansed. Time seemed to slow down. In that split second, Eric remembered Bjorn's words. The spirit of the URSR burning bright within him. He fired. The shot was true. The energy orb on Zarek's staff exploded, showering the Overlord with sparks. A look of surprise, a glitch in his programming, flickered across his metallic face before he crumpled to the ground. Deactivated. A wave of shock swept through the Necron ranks. With their leader fallen, their relentless advance faltered. Bjorn, witnessing Eric's feat from atop the rampart, let out a booming laugh. "Did you see that, lads? That young whippersnapper took down the Overlord himself. Now let's finish this fight," Bjorn said. The remaining Necron forces, leaderless and demoralized, well, as much as a soulless robot can be demoralized, I guess, broke ranks. The URSR kinhost pressed their advantage, pushing them back from the walls of Urdan Hold. The battle raged for another hour, but the tide had turned. Exhausted but triumphant, the URSR stood victorious. The once immaculate battlefield littered with the husks of their fallen foe. Later, as the smoke cleared and the wounded were tended to, Bjorn found Eric, his armor dented and scorched, but his spirit unbroken. Bjorn clapping Eric on the shoulder. "Well done, lad. You did good today. Real good. You showed them the true meaning of URSR courage." Eric, a weary smile gracing his lips, looked out across the battlefield. "We all did, Bjorn. We all did. I have a question. What took down the Necron leader?" Eric said. "That answer is beyond me, Eric, and probably even beyond Magni and the battle zone control. The secrets of our kin will be known to us once we are ready for them. Lad, that's what I believe. And so should you," Bjorn said. The Battle of Urdan Hold was a testament to the URSR spirit. Against overwhelming odds, they had stood their ground, their unwavering resolve and ingenuity securing victory. And though the scars of battle ran deep, they knew they would rebuild. For that was the URSR way to endure, to fight, and to survive against all odds. For Urani-Surtr